It's cheeky, boy. Huh? How does that feel, huh? Wait. So, I don't get the story. He's a dumb bitch. He didn't respond to my text. Bro. I was kidding about that. You're my word. It's crazy hair day. Look at this kid. Just look at his crazy hair. Bam. I'm going to put him on my story and tell him I'm blocking him. Oh my god. Wait. Mitchell fucking decides like that. Enable flash. Okay, I messed up. You better react to this kid. Hello? Hello? Who's there? I'm gone. Do it. Mine's off. Mine's on mute. Okay. Here, I will. Who wasn't on? Is it up? No, yeah, it's up all the way. He's gonna jump on picture. Oh. Hi. Did it echo when I said hi? Hi. That's a nice crack phone. My phone is a nice crack phone. I'm so used to you having like your pop socket. It's so fun to Do you have it? No. Okay. What should I put my I still in my account, but X. Oh no, someone just wants to send you a message. Yeah. Wait, where's marker? Without consent. Never marker. Without consent. Did you get a message from someone on that? I have my phone. Why do you need a marker? You want to what? What? You guys know who Yes Baby is, the YouTube channel? No. Oh my God, that's smart of you. What? That's smart of you. I know it is. Everyone go subscribe to him. Plug your YouTube channel. Fast and Fizzle. Fizzle. No. Watch my live stream. Type in Diego Bono. I'm not even saying it. No. I don't accept cheating. I only do it every test. I'm kidding, guys. I'm still live streaming, guys. You guys are still live streaming. Wait, why are you writing? We should write the phone. Yeah. Oh, I don't know why I'm writing. I know how to do it. I just don't know. Connect your church. Tegan, should I go? Tegan? Just take my finger up it. Tegan.
Seeds in a strip club. What?
You saw I lost $5. Think it up.
What? That's mine.
I got it.
D times pi. Wait, pi. A pi.
Pi.
What is it? Pi times D or something?
No, just wait.
Give me my marker.
I will in just a minute. Pi. Oh, square.
Yeah.
Kumbaya, my lord.
Kumbaya.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. No one's on my life. What?
I need a donut.
I like to eat donuts. Kumbaya, my lord.
A 6?
69. 69. Scum gam. Pop these nigga. You a silly nigga. Bitch, can I say this? But I'm not trying to be racist, but you're a silly nigga. Not racist. I'm not trying to be racist. But 6ix9ine said it. But 6ix9ine said it, Dad. Why can't I say it? Fuck these Billies like a really nigga. You're a silly nigga. Hey! 6ix9ine. Why does 6ix9ine say nigga when he's white? 6ix9ine's racist.
He fucking died.
He's a prostitute. he plays GTA.
He said that I'm gonna change my wallpaper
Did you get Abby's phone number or what? Oh, Sam. Pop these lilies like a bully. Nigga, you a silly nigga. Not yet. Should I live stream the science? I'm gonna put my phone in my pocket.
Yeah, you could just stay in the bathroom for science.
No, I'm good.
It's time to go.
I'm gonna live stream the whole thing. It's silence. Thought these cousins like really. You a silly nigga.
Look,
This is.
type in his name. How's that?
Use this one. Where is it?
No.
There you go.
There it is.
It felt, I have a hole in my pocket.
You a silly nigga.
What you do?
I got an egg roll.
I'm not used to like that for like a day.
Ow! Wait, do we have library anymore? Okay, bye!
Okay, let go of my hat and I'll give you my phone.
No, let me get my phone. Give me my phone, you
Thank you. Live stream on YouTube. Don't do it. How would you live stream?
mindful practice is in progress.
I'll make you pop like that.
It was sent to me. No, okay.
Take a picture of the candle.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Cian, did you break the phone? Mitchell, it smells like a bird chicken nugget in here. Nothing. We're still on. It's been 30 minutes. Oh, I did my stuff. Oh, it's Abby's. That's Kylie's. It is? Yes. Mitchell.
Sorry, my house is over. I can't find it.
Wait, we have homework?
Yeah, we have it. It's from that shit,
I have to go to my house. Huh? Where's my science career? Mitchell, you get that out. Please don't. It's just stop. No, it's come back off again.
You're so close to what?
Yes, do that. Mitchell, take it out. Rip.
I lost my lunch money. Yeah, I probably did lose both of them.
What are they?
I'll buy you $2 worth of Switch. I don't want the 3 months against $2.
Can someone buy me a $50 PlayStation gift card?
I buy you 25. Oh no. That'd be fine.
Really?
Oh my god.
Sick. I'm gonna put that in my PlayStation gift box and buy the whole battle pass. I'm tier 86.
I'm tier 100.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Grinder.
No, there's not. Yeah, I am. I have Fire King. I have
Ice King.
Ice King and Fire King. What? Dear God. Fortnite. Yeah, that's Fire King.
Dear God, I want the full battle pass so I can get the twist music. That's all I want. I only want the twist music. That's all I want from the battle pass.
You have.
Hey. Lynn, get your stuff out. Looking at funds activity. What else? You got a homework sheet to work on. Hello.
You know me now.
Anybody else not have the sheet? No, homework. I'll let you know if everyone wants to have.
There's one.
How many do you need?
4.
What?
Oh, they all have a station. I have one in my house.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't peel it off.
Okay. What we've been talking about is heat transfer. How does heat transfer? What direction or what do we know about heat? Where does heat go? How does it travel? Yeah.
It travels from
What are you gonna look there? Yes, and I just said, is there anybody else that wasn't here that needs the sheet? What? So, we did a little heat transfer activity. Alex, you a worker?
No, I left at home.
Why?
I don't know.
You have a book? Why not? What?
I don't know.
Well, where's your book?
In my locker.
What?
In my locker.
Why? Shouldn't it be here with you in science? When you came into science class, why didn't you get your book? Well, you gotta start figuring it out, because you're in junior high, big boy, come to science class, you must know you need to bring your science with you. Not that, science homework, you need in your science paper, 3 holes in your homework, you put it in the binder, it's there, it's not complicated. Oh, so, stuff, we talked about conductivity. What does that mean? To conduct mean or conductivity, what does that mean? You just did a whole lesson on it, you did homework on it, you should have a little bit of an idea here. Yeah? The way heat moves through the particles. So, heat transfers to cold. Heat's not around forever, right? If you heat something up, does it stay hot forever? No. Cools off. And we're looking at how that happens. One way is conductivity. Something's a good conductor, what does that mean? Yeah. What does that mean? If I said, what's energy conduction, and you said it conducts energy, does that help? No. We know that. Yep. What kind of energy are we talking about? What? What kind of energy have we been talking about? What's this unit about? Heat energy. Okay? We have to remember heat is energy. We're talking about how heat energy transfers to something else. How something hot gets cold. Okay? How we heat things up. Conduction is just one way of doing that. What's another way things warm up? What's the other thing we talked about? AC, you with us here?
Yeah.
What's the other thing we talked about? Conduction and convection. You were asking about it coming in. When I called on you. Does heat move around in convection? Hello? Does heat move around in convection? And how does that work? Hot air rises? Yes? That's why usually, except for here, you'll see your threads are along your wall down close to the floor, right? Along the baseboard for hot water and electric rads. And also, you need something to kind of circulate that around. Usually it'll circulate this way by itself. You might have a fan. Some people have forced air. Anybody have forced air heat? Comes up through the floor to the rads, you turn it on, just warm air blows through like a blower. Yeah. Not as common as right? And it's always, that furnace is always on. Does air hold heat very well? No. Because the particles are all spread out and everything. So what happens is, your furnace comes on, it blows some hot air into a room or into a house, and then it cools off very quickly. So as soon as it starts to cool off, the thermostat picks up the temperature and turns the furnace back on. So it's constantly going up and down. Here in a house like that, I used to live when I was a kid, and you'd be too hot, and you'd be too cold, and you'd have a little bit right in the middle there, and then it would start getting cold again, you'd feel a chill, so it's like constantly going up and down. That's what they say. I never really understood at the time, but anybody ever burn wood to heat their house? It's a constant heat, right? It's just, as long as you have wood in the burner, it's producing heat. It's gonna, and the only problem is sometimes you get too much heat and you have to leave a window open or something like that, because you can't just close everything up on a burning fire. What would happen? Kaboom, right? You can't hold all that heat in there. So that wood burner, that fire, a lot of times it heats water up that comes up around your rads. But you can do different things. But you can heat up a chamber of air and blow hot air too. Wood burning, hot water, very constant heat all the time. You don't get that up and down. Right? Okay. So we're talking about transferring air, so transferring heat. So conduction, how does that work? What happens? How does the heat get transferred? You do. That's your school.csi. Should be more answers here. You did homework on this and you drew diagrams explaining it very recently. Remember making diagrams in your homework sheet? Remember what that was about? Remember what you drew? What was in your picture? Yeah, and what was in the metal rods? When you zoom in, what do you see? Okay, so what does the heat energy do? But how, specifically? You have the heat down at one end. How does it travel up to the other end? Yeah, when I put heat under the particles on this end, what happens to the particles? They move faster. What do we know about particles in metal? As opposed to a wooden stick, yeah? They're denser, meaning they're very close together. So when they start moving, they're very close together. Are they going to affect the other particles? Yeah, when they start moving, they're going to collide in the particles right beside them, aren't they? If you're in a crowded elevator, is it a good place for dancing? Why not? You can't move around, you're going to be bumping into the other people. Going to move around when you start moving around? You're going to have to, because you're going to be bumping into them. You start slam dancing in an elevator, other people are going to be affected, right? So when you put the energy on the particles, they're close together in metal, they start vibrating, start moving, they start banging into the other particles, they bang into the particles next to them, and it travels all the way up the line, and you can feel heat on the other end. Because when the particles move, that's heat. Movement creates heat. Are you with that? This is all going to be on a test. We only do these lessons So you learn the idea. But then when we get, cover a certain amount of material, we're gonna have a test on this. So this is not just, fill in some stuff, draw a picture, don't think about it or anything, just write some stuff down. If you're not thinking about what you're doing and it's not making sense to you, then we didn't accomplish anything. And that's gonna show up on your test, that when I ask you questions for understanding, you're gonna have to explain this stuff. So when you're doing your homework, you're trying to gain an understanding of what you've done or what you've learned in your lessons. This is one way that heat is moved or transferred. Another way is convection. Now these involve particles. These involve particles in an object, but convection is like a group of particles. The whole area of heat moves up. All those particles move up, displace a whole bunch of other particles, and move around. But the heat in convection will spread out into the cold air, and will move into the spaces of the cold air.
Recess time will be indoors. Also, lunch recess will be indoors due to the temperatures.
The following students please come out for
Cold
messages.
air.
Mackenzie Bryan, Danny Karen Madden, Cody McCrae, and Jaden McNeil. Thank you.
What? Yeah, even if you want. Recess money or something like that? Go ahead. Probably could have waited a few minutes, real quickly. So there are other ways that heat move around, and the next one that we're looking at is on page 98. We have learned that heat transfer occurs by convection in fluids and conduction in solid. Okay, you haven't really learned the term fluids yet. What do you think of when you think of fluids? Liquid. Yeah, most of us think of liquid, but air is also a fluid. So when it says you learned about the transfer occurs by convection in fluids, it means air and water. Air, propane, butane, all those light gases, air is a fluid. You know that? A fluid technically is anything that flows. So liquids flow. You'll do a unit on that next year. Some things flow faster than others, right? Water flows faster than molasses and corn syrup, right? So we get into all that kind of stuff. Now, let's say it's summertime, really hot outside. You know how the building starts warming up like last days of school? I open the windows up over here, but still not very helpful. What could I do to make it a little bit better? Yeah? Yeah, other than that. Why would I put a fan on? Okay, so let's say I don't have a fan. Is there anything else I can do to accomplish that? Sitting in here, we open the windows, but we're still not getting any kind of flow, no air flow. Nothing? How do you get the air moving in a room like this if you open the windows and it doesn't seem to be moving around? Yeah? I can't control that though. That's what I want. I want any kind of breeze out there is what I want, right? I open the windows, how can I make it better? It's still not helping. Turn the lights off. Is that going to make the air flow? I know what you're getting at. Reduce the heat a little bit. These lights don't give off a whole lot of heat. The old-fashioned incandescent bulbs do. Yeah. Could do that, yeah. That's what I'm going to do for you when the weather gets warm. If you're in a fan, you put it in your hand, I'll come over and do like a personal fan inside. What if I open the door? Would that help? Well, why didn't you say that then? What happens when I open the door?
Air flows through.
Air what?
Air.
Flows through. Creates air flow, right? So air flows. So do other gases like propane and all that. If there's a leak somewhere, it. It's the air blowing. Like something like this, small food or something, you know how they have it kind of wafting through, it's flowing through. When you open the door, that gives the air somewhere to go. Right now, if you open the windows, the air kind of blows in here, fills up the room, and then what's it gonna do? Kind of airlock is what we call it, right? You can't push any more air in, so there's air in here already, so it can't really push in the window because there's air in here. You understand that? It's almost like if you were trying to compress air into a scuba tank or anything. You can put air in there, at a certain point you can't put any more in there, right? So with the windows open, that's kind of the situation we're in. Even if air is pushing in here, it's pushing against the air, and it's warm air, so it's not really getting in, it's just pushing it, right? You know, a little bit goes under the door and that kind of stuff, but not enough to refresh us in here, right? All right.
I see age for a minute and he's not in trouble.
Okay. There you go. So what happens if you open the door? The air is pushing in and pushes some of the air out the door. Now we have airflow. You get that? Okay? That's how it works. So fluids are not just liquids, but also gases like air. So convection, air, heat transfers in air and water, and we know how that works, right? So you're actually transferring heat. In conduction, you heat something up, it moves the particles, and it transfers heat all the way down the length of the rod, right? You with me so far? Okay. They're a little different because the particles in conduction are almost connected, right? They're nearby. That's how electricity works. It goes through one particle to the next particle and goes through. Okay, so there's different type of heating. Now, we're talking about a third type. Okay, this is what I mean about being aware of what we're doing. We have to kind of keep thinking about where we're going, where we started. So we're talking about a third type of transferring heat, moving heat. It's called radiation. Ever hear of radiation? In what way? Yeah? Like radioactive stuff, right? Like nuclear kind of stuff. That's the stuff you can't see, but it's very dangerous. But what radiation means is that some of the stuff is very simple. It sounds like, highly technical now, right? You talk about radiant energy and stuff. What's this? Does the sun have spikes on it like that?
No.
Why do we put them on there?
Light.
Right, it shines, and it's the same thing, when we a picture of a light bulb, we do the same thing, right? That light is radiating outward. It's called radiant energy, because that's what radiation is. And nuclear stuff does the same thing, it radiates outward. They talk about a nuclear bomb, they talk about the epicenter, and then how much damage, gets lesser and lesser as it goes out. And in a sense, it's greater because it's bigger. When you throw a rock into a pond, what happens? That's the most violent spot, right? Where all the energy is, all the big splash comes up. But then it starts going like that, right? It radiates outward. So here's the most energy, the most violent thing. This is how tsunamis happen. When there's an earthquake in the middle of an ocean, that's where all the energy is, and it gets lesser as it goes out. But if there's a whole coastline over here, that's where it happened. But by the time it gets to the shoreline, that's how much is affected. Right? So that's a great amount of energy. Sure, it's lesser here, but a lot of people are going to be affected all up and down the coastline, right? Also, when you see that, looks like that, right? When you're looking at speakers and headphones and stuff, you see this symbol for volume, right? Kind of big and spread out there, but that's always for sound and volume on devices and that. That, again, Wi-Fi, because it's radiant energy. That comes from this. It's just half of that. right? It's all about radiant energy. Remember I said sound is energy? Waves are energy? Radiant energy travels in waves. So you know, a tsunami is a good example of that because it's literally waves, right? That's how waves are struck. When you throw a pebble in the pond. Now what we can do is we can take that same energy, like light energy. You know when you take a flashlight and you adjust it and it's out like this, but then you get a beam right in your eyes that's blinding? Hold on. Radiant energy travels outwards. Same as sound. That's why the old Greeks, well, we'll stay all recess if we start loading up here. The old amphitheaters, you know the shape of the theater, like Seraph Theater, how it goes like this?
Yeah.
They're designed because they know the voice goes out like this. That's why they sit like that. They used to be able to put on plays, I mean, without, you know, they didn't have electricity, so they didn't have sound systems. When I'm talking to you, does it change when I do this? What I've done is I've taken all that energy, just like the flashlight, and I put it like this, and now I can aim it right at Kylie if I want to. Just like when I have a flashlight, it's out like this, and I adjust it, it comes in and it's blinding. It's the same thing, isn't it? That's radiant energy. We can use radiant energy and confine it to make it more powerful. Okay? So the next little bit, we got conduction, we got convection. Now we're going to talk about radiation. But it's different because it doesn't even need particles there.
I didn't think we had our own debut You want to go see college, they're gonna have one. I can't wait. Look at friends of Jesus, nice and top. Oh, it's not. I want that. What? Caleb, we got more medals. I know. We won. Yeah, you guys get this and like shirt. I was gonna take it. I was gonna wear it, so I wore it today, and I was gonna get a shirt. That's sick. We won. I scored a wrist shot goal from like right on the point, and I didn't even know that it went in. Really? Yeah. Like so I was playing defense. So I was just handling and my wrist shot and it went in. I was like the fourth goal.
Okay, boys, can you come back in and close the door, please?
It was like really good.
Okay, and get to where you're going, everybody.
We have to schedule. Today is day E though. Today is day E though. If it was day E, we would have. You have all. We have tech. Yes. See, please just.
You have met people.
He has met people. I feel like should be 43 minutes. I feel like shit. Battle.